everybody, it is the Lawn Gnome coming to you on a very cold December morning. I hope that all of you are doing well and still on your productive schedules towards the holiday season. If any of you out there have already celebrated Hanukkah, like myself, I just want to wish you all a happy Hanukkah, belated of course, and for all of you who are preparing for Christmas, Kwanzaa, and the New Year, I just wanted to say I hope you all have a wonderful and safe holiday, and that you get the opportunity to spend it with your family and loved ones and friends, as we are all really excited that we get to do this year, regardless of everything else that is happening. But anyway, I am here today for the final Funko Pop update of 2021, and it was definitely an interesting couple of weeks. There was so much stuff that was thrown out there, as well as a whole bunch of con events that took place with a whole bunch of exclusives, some that we knew were coming, some that we weren't sure about, but I am here to present it all to you. And I gotta admit, I am very curious to know how 2022 is going to go, because we didn't even find out about any possible releases for 2022, so I don't know if there's going to be any fan favorites or anything brand new that is coming from Funko in regards to the Pop division. There's definitely been a lot of expansions in regards to things like their gold line, their relationship with Loungefly, and of course those soda figures, which are just exploding right now. But I don't really know what's going to be in store for us in the coming year of Funko. But as I did say, when it comes to Funko Pop updates, you will get them as long as there is stuff to talk about, especially if my collection continues to grow. And I am very excited to showcase what you are going to see today. It's going to be a little bit lengthy because it's going to be on a particular theme that is only appropriate for me, which basically describes what I've been doing for the last year here on my channel, as well as on my brand new channel here on YouTube, which there will be a link for. So let's not waste any more time. Let's take a look at how my collection has been going. So if you discovered what the theme is just by looking at this, yes, it is comic books. And unfortunately, we are not going to be seeing any Marvel today. I'm sorry for all of you fans of Marvel and the MCU, etc. But unfortunately, they're just not really giving me anything that I am personally interested in. But I definitely wanted to tackle comics to end off the year of 2021, just because of the fact that comics have been such an integral part of my life, thanks to just reading so many great stories, as well as starting off That's Comical over here on YouTube. So I figured let's just close this out with some really great Funko Pops that were given to us in the world of comics. And now, what we're first going to look at are some older ones, but let's just say I'm a little late to the party here, because this year we found out that in 2022, the long-awaited continuation of Saga from Image Comics is continuing, so that finally gave me the incentive to pick up the Brian Vaughan and Fiona Staples books and just start reading Saga. And I gotta say that this is one of the best comics that I have ever read. I love the characters, I love the world building, so I said to myself, I knew that there were Saga Pops, so maybe I can actually get some of them for my collection. So I just managed to find my three favorite characters available on eBay, all being sold by the single seller, so I managed to get all three of them for a good price. And of course they are Prince Robot 4, Lion Cat, and The Will. So I absolutely love these Funko Pops. The details are absolutely amazing. Prince Robot 4 has always been just an intriguing character for me so far, based on what I've read, just because of his look, and they really captured him. I mean, he's literally got a TV screen for a head. That is just absolutely insane. But I love the color scheme, and I wish they would have added a little bit more, like maybe something really funny on the screen, but they didn't. But that's okay, because he's still a really good-looking pop. And then, of course, we gotta look at The Will and his sidekick, the Lion Cat. The Lion Cat was the one Funko Pop that basically told everybody, hey, guess what? Saga is gonna become a pop line. And my goodness, everything on the details of this pop, from the spots to the amazing design on her back, just absolutely incredible. And The Will is just a character that I really love. He may be a bounty hunter, but he definitely has a good heart. And I just love how they really capture the intricate details. He looks like he just came right out of the comics. He's even got his hood with his cape. I just absolutely love these 3 pops, and I know that there are so many other characters that were included in this line, but these really were my 3 favorites, so it is nice to get some Saga representation in my collection just because I love the book so much. Just in case you were curious, I'm in the middle of volume 6 right now, and I am planning to read it all until January, so I will be able to pick up issue number 55 when it officially hits stores, and then that's going to be the only issue that I'm picking up because I am going to be continuing with my collection of the graphic novels. But I think that issue number 55 is just going to be really cool to have because it was a 3.5-year hiatus, so of course. And just like that, we move on to DC Comics, and we are taking a look at DC in regards to movies and TV shows. And we are going to start off with the Walmart exclusive of Captain Boomerang from Suicide Squad. Captain Boomerang was a character that I absolutely loved in the original Suicide Squad movie played by Jai Courtney, and the thing was, I love this character in the comic books as well, but I just didn't like the original pop that we got in the Suicide Squad line. So when I found out that the Suicide Squad was going to get a pop line and that Captain Boomerang was going to become one of the Funko Pops again, I saw the design, absolutely loved it, and it was just a matter of hunting it down because unfortunately sometimes Walmart Funko Pop exclusives are very hard to find. This is a much better design. I love the color schemes. I like the fact that he doesn't look beat up. He's actually wearing something basically that he wears in the comics. I mean, wouldn't it have been cool to actually see him wearing his hat? Sure, because that's a signature thing, but I love the designs on the boomerangs, the design on the trench coat, his boots. If we turn it around, we get a nice little look at the flaps and the back design. He does look a little bit ordinary, but he does encapture Captain Boomerang. I mean, if you look inside, you even see the straps, which is also something that he does have in the comics. But then we move on to the big event that happened in 2021, and that, of course, was Zack Snyder's Justice League. And when I found out that we were finally going to get Desaad and Darkseid in the movie, I was hoping that there was going to be a Zack Snyder Justice League pop line, and of course Funko didn't disappoint. I'm glad that we got commons because originally they were only Warner Brothers store exclusives and they were like these black and white things, but I'm so glad that we got the full-on color and commons, and wouldn't it have been nice to see a couple more? Yeah, I think we should have definitely gotten the redesigned Steppenwolf, and for me personally, I would have loved to have seen Granny Goodness, but because I got the Justice League Funko Pops when they originally made the Joss Whedon version of the film, they didn't change the designs of the Justice League characters, but I said to myself, I need to get some of those villains. So, I love Desaad. Desaad is beautifully detailed. I mean, the expression on his face, absolutely perfect. All the wrinkles and also the way his cloak looks, like it looks everything from a combination of cloth to razor blades, especially the stitching all over the hood, and if we turn it around, you just get this amazing, like, metal sheet drape, which looks absolutely amazing. But the Darkseid pop is definitely one of the best designs. I mean, he looks fantastic. Zack Snyder did an incredible job bringing this version of Darkseid to life. He's a little bit taller than the other Funko Pops in the line, so that's actually really nice, but he looks like he came right out of the comics, and like Desaad, I'm glad that they gave this version of Darkseid a mouth. I just love that he's got his staff ready for battle. The design is absolutely amazing. You've got the Omega symbol on the chest, absolutely beautiful, and then when you turn it around, you get a little bit more intricate design, which you actually didn't see in the movie, but I'm glad that it's here. That is a beautiful pop, and one that I'm very proud to actually have in my collection, just because I love the DC Extended Universe. So the other Funko Pop is not part of the movies, but rather it is part of the television line. When they announced Batman Day, one of the exclusives at the Funko shop was going to be Batman Beyond, and I loved the animated series, and they have made Batman Beyond Funko Pops before. But the reason why I bought this one specifically is because this is not a DC hero regular common. This is a Bruce Timm Batman Beyond animated series Funko Pop. So of course, as a Bruce Timm fan, like the Zack Snyder DC Extended Universe, this is a Funko Pop I had to add into my collection. It's not one of the best poses. I mean, he's kneeling, but they still capture that animated look of Batman. I mean, the brows, the mouth, and the details on the belt, and of course the wings that sprout out. It's definitely very detailed one way or another, but it's just not the pose that I really anticipated that they would give us, especially for a great pop that has such a fan base. But these are still great additions to my collection, and I'm really glad to have them because it only expresses my love for all of these amazing characters. Now, there's one more thing that we got to look at today, but we are fortunately going to be able to see this in the usual spot. And welcome back to the usual spot with a very special Funko Pop. Now, we have been seeing things like pop albums and even pop video games, but I wasn't sure about what to think when they came out with Funko Pop comic covers, and this, of course, is one of the most well-known, iconic comic book covers of all time. This is Funko Pop's take on Action Comics #1, which is the 1938 comic that introduced the world to Superman. So not only is this a little plastic-encased picture of a backdrop of the cover, but we also have an exclusive Funko Pop that goes with it, which is the Superman that is part of the Action Comics 1 book. Now, as a comic book fan, since I know I will never be able to get my hands on Action Comics #1, this was definitely a treat for me, and I also really appreciate the details on this version of Superman. They really got the colors right with a very pale blue and a very dark red, and of course the shield was very different in this version of Superman's comic books than he is today, but this is just one of the most impressively well-known versions of Superman, and this is basically the reason why we have comic books. I was hoping to actually showcase this with the second one in this series, which was Batman #1, but we unfortunately will not be getting Batman #1 as a comic book cover from Funko Pop until February 2022. So I'm hoping that I will be able to showcase that one soon, and I'm also really curious if they're going to continue this, because there's definitely going to be something that is linked to this when we go over the Funko Pop news, but I am very glad to have this in my collection. It's definitely a prized piece based on the history of Superman, and as a Superman fan and a comic book fan, I am very glad to have it. I don't see myself buying so many of these. You really gotta grab me in regards to the type of comic book cover that you're showcasing, and once again, you'll understand as to why I said that later on. So let's just get into the news. A lot has definitely transpired over the last couple of weeks, and I am going to do my very best to give it all to you. So we're going to start off, of course, with the Funko Shop exclusives, except for one, which is the brand new die-cast Iron Man, which is a very popular series, even though they are very, very expensive, but Funko was the first to announce that it was happening, and it was available exclusive on their shop, but what you can only get at their shops and nowhere else are things like a brand new John Lennon, as well as another one of those special Disney princesses, which is Aurora, and of course that comes with a collectible pin, as well as the Great Saiyaman and the Great Saiyagirl from Dragon Ball Z. And last I checked, these were all still available on the Funko Shop. So if you haven't got one and you want it, go for it. We also got a couple of additional exclusives that were from fall conventions overseas, including some more of the Imperial DC collection, as well as some other very interesting things. We also got another limited edition special from the mascot for San Diego Comic-Con. They had a special edition of the con in the fall, so you were able to get these mascot variants at the con only. There was also a new introduction to a brand new product that Funko is offering, and these are going to be called the Pain Party Pinatas. Don't really know too much about them, and don't even know if anyone's even interested in them, but one is actually a GameStop exclusive. We also got some new additions to the Loungefly collection, only available at Walmart, including a Nightmare Before Christmas backpack and some various Marvel ones. We also got some new t-shirt packages, which I believe are GameStop exclusives, and that includes a brand new Dragon Ball pack, which also includes 4 little Pocket Pops. Another thing that came out that I'm not interested in, of course, are the NFT selections, which you can trade in to get some physical pops, and they announced that you can do so with a Star Trek line and a new addition to the Ninja Turtles line. Also, we got some new information on the brand new Funko product, which is gold. We got some brand new NBA stars, some 5 inches, which are regular sized, as well as chases, and even a 12-incher of LeBron James. I don't know anyone that's actually interested in picking up this product, but they definitely seem to be trying to sell them. It also looks like they're also doing a deal with Upper Deck when it comes to the 12-inch LeBron. So if you are actually interested in gold, I would like to know what your thoughts are on them. There were also some various exclusives, including some really cute ones like the Scooby-Doo box lunch exclusive holding a Ruh-Roh sign. We also got a Pop Town of Michael Myers with the house. We also have Lady Deadpool from Pop in the Box, and 2 that I really liked, which were from Hot Topic, which was Winnie the Pooh in the Honey Pot, and the very Necco Dumbo in the bath. Those are actually very cute. Some other various exclusives from every which way, including some very interesting ones. I love the Zavi exclusive from the Richard Donner Superman, which is Superman carrying Lois through the air, and I love the fact that they're both flying. We also get a new addition to the Disney Art Collection, which is Robin Hood. There is a amazing Pop in the Box exclusive of Venom based on the Donny Cates King in Black storyline. That is him on the King in Black throne. And also they gave us a brand new look at one of the Amazon exclusives of the brand new Hawkeye series. And of course it is 2 versions of Kate Bishop. Target and Amazon and GameStop also gave us some more of their brand new Build-A-Scene combinations. 2 are actually concluding and 1 has just begun. You can conclude over at Target your Harry Potter Diagon Alley with Ron. You can also conclude your final piece of your Bounty Hunter collection, which is Darth Vader, the one who is leading the Bounty Hunters, and that's available at GameStop. And the brand new Amazon exclusive Build-A-Scene is the Stranger Things, welcoming Season 4 very soon. And you can get characters that are in the right side up and the upside down, which I love. It's going to be a series of 4. Also celebrating the 50th anniversary of Disney World, we've got some amazing looking pops, including some really big fan favorites like Mickey on Space Mountain. We've got a Target exclusive of the Queen of Hearts and the Teacup. 2 versions of the Magic Kingdom with Mickey. 1 is definitely a very special one because it is gold. And we even have another character on the Dumbo ride, which is Goofy. And a real fan favorite, the dog that has the key for the dungeon in Pirates of the Caribbean, and also very Necco included a brand new t-shirt which includes their own exclusive of Mowgli being wrapped up and hypnotized by Kaa from the Jungle Book. Target is also giving us a brand new series of little scenes. We've seen that with Seinfeld and The Office, and now we're getting WandaVision, and you're going to be able to get one from every single decade. And also we got the Marvel edition of the comic books. And what we got here are the Scarlet Witch and Vision. Not 2 that I really anticipated seeing for the start. I mean, I really thought we were going to get something like, I don't know, Amazing Fantasy 15 or maybe Captain America 1. I mean, something that would have been a little bit more significant like they were doing with DC. But hey, if you're interested in those, you can get them at Target. Brand new art series of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, also available at Target. We got all 4 Turtles, but there is also still Splinter coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to get another surprise or 2, like maybe Shredder or Casey Jones. One of the biggest surprises that we did get, however, was the Eastman and Laird Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles set. Yes, this is based on the 1984 Mirage comic book. You can not only get the Turtles, Casey Jones, and Shredder, but you can also get PX Previews exclusives, black and white chases. As much as I think this is amazing, I am not going to get my hands on these, but if you haven't gotten any Ninja Turtles representation in your collections, I definitely would say that this is the best way to go. And I really like that they're paying tribute to the comics. The music, Pop Rocks, of course, getting an expansion with Machine Gun Kelly and Joan Jett. I love the poses. As well as some more 23 wide exclusives at Walmart. You can get Kiss, Guns N' Roses, AC/DC, and NSYNC. And as much as I love the way that the Appetite for Destruction Guns N' Roses album looks, because it's got the 3 Guns N' Roses members that we already got, but in skull faces, it would have been nice to at least get the whole band. I mean, we even got the whole band of AC/DC. There were some that we never even got as single pops, so I'm really surprised that they did not do that with Guns N' Roses. For the world of video games, we've got a brand new expansion to the Halo line, including a Best Buy and Specialty Series exclusive. Remember, you can only get the Specialty Series at your local comic book and hobby shop. We've got some brand new extensions to the Netflix Witcher series and a bunch of exclusives. We got another set of Letterkenny. I know we already got a first line, but now we can get a Pop 2-pack. We also had a very special announcement for Disney Plus Day, as well as some more Bringing Home the Bounty. So this is all a bunch of Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars stuff, including more from the new series of Hawkeye, new from the Book of Boba Fett, an amazing Amazon exclusive series of the Year of the Shield, as well as more What If, more Star Wars, Olaf in some really great looking, innovative ideas, and of course a 5-pack of the Bad Batch at GameStop. We got some new movies coming out. Well, they're not new movies, but we got some new lines. We got the brand new Rocky line, which we knew we were going to be receiving very soon, including a Funko exclusive and a specialty series. But we are also getting the anticipated Matrix Resurrections line, which includes some really interesting exclusives, including a very cool glow-in-the-dark one from Books-A-Million of Neo in Matrix design. I am definitely interested in seeing the Matrix Resurrections, but I'm actually not going to be going to see it in theaters because, to be honest with you guys, we really didn't need it. But as far as Rocky celebrating its 45th anniversary, definitely worthy to get a pop because we had some Rocky pops in the early days of Funko and they got discontinued. I would really like to see them expand on this line and give us brand new versions of characters like Clubber Lang and Ivan Drago. Brand new soda figures. This is definitely a very popular line because they seem to sell out every single time new ones are dropped. Of course, they all include chases, and we've got some very interesting ones like 11 from Stranger Things, 2 amazing up ones. We even have Willy Wonka and Winnie the Pooh and Mighty Mouse. It's really nice to see a real vintage cartoon character like Mighty Mouse finally showing up, but I'm wondering if we will get a pop line as well. Of course, we already knew that we were going to be getting some celebrations of The Mandalorian and Grogu for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Well, they gave us more merchandise, so if you want it, here it is. And then we got announcements for the Festival of Fun, which was actually ECCC. And we usually get Emerald City Comic Con in the early portion of the year, but because of the pandemic, we didn't, but it was nice to know that they did open it up, and we got a bunch of exclusives. Now, remember those New York Comic Con exclusives that sort of showed up at the con, but nobody knew they were coming? Well, apparently they were the Festival of Fun exclusives over at Emerald City Comic Con, including some new ones, and I have to admit that I am very happy that this happened because I really wanted the Stupid Sexy Flanders. It was shared with Hot Topic, and I did get it, but some of the other interesting things that were introduced were a Diamond Pikachu, as well as another Disney princess, which is Jasmine with the exclusive pop pin, as well as a really good-looking John Lennon, and even some t-shirts as well. So we also got an announcement of the brand new Black Friday box, which was Deadpool, available at GameStop, and you could get new versions of Deadpool in pop form and Mystery Mini, as well as pencil toppers and keychains, and also an 800 limited edition of Gabriel Iglesias, aka Fluffy, as Tapatio, that hot sauce mascot. So this was a very exclusive Black Friday special available at his site. I'm hoping that if you are fans of his, you were able to get it. After the Festival of Fun, we got the announcement of brand new Wonder Woman pops, keychains, and plushies. We also got more goals in the music category, including 2 versions of Outkast, as well as TLC. Got brand new NBA pops, still no Knicks, and these were basically just a way to sell players that we already got in 3rd jerseys, which I'm not too keen on. But then the big surprise was the announcement of LA Comic Con. This also happened, and there were some exclusives, but they really didn't make any announcements or advertisements. There were a lot of leaks, so I don't even know if these are even coming out as shared exclusives. But what I do know is they did offer some brand new Loungefly and big Funko pins. But there were 2 Funko Pops that people were very excited about, and one of them is one that I really want to add into my collection. It is the Batman Animated Series Two-Face. I have almost all of the Batman Animated Series pop line, but Two-Face is one that I was hoping would show up eventually with other characters like Riddler, Alfred, and Penguin, so I am hoping that this is a true thing and that it will be shared with Hot Topic because I must get Two-Face. But also there is a metallic doppelganger from a Spider-Man comic books, which people know very well, so I'm just praying that these will be shared. Thank you very much for sitting down and listening to me talk about Funko Pops. I would love to hear what some of your gets were in the past months. I'm wondering if you are anticipating anything in regards to the holidays. And I'm just hoping that 2022 is going to be another fun year from Funko. But until then, everybody, I will see you in the next one. If you enjoyed the video you just watched, feel free to leave a comment. Also, feel free to subscribe if you want to be up to date with our latest videos. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next one. Actions speak louder than words.